Darius had been with Maya for 3 years. 3 years of rhythm. 3 years of knowing her cues, her moods, her habits. Maya was the kind of woman who color-coded her calendar, meal prepped on Sundays, and remembered everyone's birthday, including the dog's. She was steady, sharp, and always 2 steps ahead of life. So when things started slipping, Darius didn't notice at first. He chalked it up to stress, work, or the season changing. But then the small things started stacking. One Thursday she forgot their date night. Not mixed up the time, not thought it was tomorrow. She completely forgot. He showed up at her apartment with takeout, only to find her in sweatpants, hair in a messy bun, staring at her laptop with a look he'd never seen before. Foggy, frustrated, almost lost. "Babe, you okay?" he asked. She blinked at him like she was waking up from a dream. "Oh my God, Darius, I totally forgot. I don't know what's wrong with me." He kissed her forehead. "It's fine. Long week." But she didn't smile. She didn't even look relieved. She looked scared. 2. The irritation that came out of nowhere. Over the next few weeks, Maya's fuse shortened. Little things set her off. Traffic, a misplaced charger, a question asked twice. Darius wasn't used to this version of her. She had always been calm, thoughtful, measured. One morning he asked, "Did you want coffee before we head out?" She snapped, "I don't know, Darius. I can't think right now." He froze. She froze. Her eyes filled instantly with regret. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I don't know why I'm like this." He didn't know either, but he knew something was shifting. The night everything made sense. The moment that stunned him came on a Saturday afternoon. They were getting ready to go out. Maya was in the bedroom trying on jeans. He heard the zipper, then silence, then a shaky breath. When he walked in, she was sitting on the edge of the bed, jeans half-buttoned, tears streaming down her face. "I don't understand," she said. "These fit last month. What is happening to me?" Darius had never seen her cry before. Not once. Not in 3 years. He knelt in front of her, gently taking her hands. "It's okay," he said softly. "We'll figure it out." But she shook her head. "No, something's wrong with me. I feel off all the time. I can't think straight. I'm hot at night. I'm moody. I'm tired. I'm not myself." He held her until the tears slowed. But inside, he felt helpless. 4. The conversation that changed everything. A week later, Maya's mother invited them over for dinner. Halfway through the meal, Maya excused herself to lie down. Another new pattern. Her mother sighed, then looked at Darius with a knowing expression. "She's entering early menopause," she said gently. "It happens, sometimes earlier than expected." Darius blinked. Menopause? He had never even considered it. Her mother continued, "The first stage, perimenopause, can start years before the final transition. Mood changes, brain fog, weight shifts, sleep issues. It's not her fault, and it's not yours." He sat back, absorbing every word. This wasn't random. This wasn't her changing. This was biology, a transition, a storm she didn't choose. And suddenly, everything made sense. 5. The boyfriend who decided to learn. That night, after dropping Maya home, Darius sat in his car and searched. How to support a woman going through menopause. One of the first resources he found was inhercorner.net. He clicked, he read, he learned. He learned that stage 1, early hormonal shifts, could feel like losing control of your own mind. He learned that partners often misinterpret symptoms as disinterest, anger, or emotional distance. He learned that what she needed most wasn't fixing, it was presence. He read the line that stuck with him. Menopause is not a woman's burden, it is a relationship's journey. He closed his eyes and exhaled. He could do this. He wanted to do this. 6. The shift in him. The next morning he made breakfast. Not fancy, just eggs, toast, and fruit. but he placed it in front of her with a quiet smile. "You okay?" he asked. She hesitated. "I don't know." "That's okay," he said. "You don't have to know. I'm here." She stared at him, confused. This wasn't the usual fix-it energy she expected. This was softer, steadier. Over the next few weeks, he adjusted. When she forgot things, he didn't tease. He gently reminded. When she got irritated, he didn't take it personally. He breathed with her. When she couldn't sleep, he stayed up, rubbing her back until she drifted off. When she felt overwhelmed, he asked, "How can I support you right now?" And when she cried, unexpectedly, suddenly, intensely, he didn't try to stop the tears. He held her through them. The conversation that brought them closer. One evening they sat on the couch, wrapped in a blanket. Maya looked at him with tired eyes. "I feel like I'm falling apart," she whispered. He took her hand. "You're not falling apart. Your body is shifting, and I'm walking with you." She swallowed hard. "Why are you being so patient with me?" He smiled. "Because I love you, and because I learned something." He pulled up in her corner, net on his phone. "I've been reading, learning what this stage is, what you're feeling, what I can do." Her eyes widened. You researched menopause?" "Yeah," he said. "I want to understand what you're going through. I want to be your partner in this." Her lip trembled. Then she leaned into him, resting her head on his chest. "You're not going anywhere, are you?" she whispered. He kissed the top of her head. "I'm not going anywhere." 8. The turning point. Over time, Maya began to trust the process. She started tracking her symptoms. She talked openly about her emotions. She let herself rest without guilt. She let him support her without feeling weak. And Darius, he became her anchor. Not because he had all the answers, not because he fixed everything, but because he stayed, because he learned, because he listened, because he chose to walk beside her, not ahead of her. 9. The journey forward. One night, months later, Maya said something that stayed with him. "You know, I thought menopause meant losing myself. But with you, I feel like I'm finding a new version of me." He squeezed her hand. "And I'm honored to meet her." She smiled, soft, tired, but real. And in that moment, Darius realized something. He hadn't walked into something scary. He had walked into something sacred. A transition. A deepening. A new chapter of love. And he was ready for all of it. 10. Closing line for inhercorner.net. Menopause doesn't break relationships. Silence does. But when partners learn, listen, and walk together, menopause becomes a bridge, not a barrier.